Hi guys, it's Andy from Densify. And the next video in the series, we want to talk about taking these recommendations and making them happen through automation. And how do we keep these various constituents happy? Problem is that each group has its own locally optimized strategy, and it rarely syncs in with what we call a global strategy. So how do we find a way to make them agree with the recommendations that are coming out of our product that are often in conflict? Let's start with the Tech Ops group. Their job is to deploy, run, report back to the business, to the various groups, and they have to keep the business owners happy with the service that they are providing. Next group, biggest circle, because they're usually the most important. These are the folks that are building the code, deploying it, integrating it, and testing it. Finance. Finance has to report on the business, manage budgets, and minimize costs. They report to the executives and they have to make sure that the service that's being provided is in alignment with minimizing that overall gross margin. The right analytics solution can model the diverse requirements of all three of these constituents and come up with a global solution that makes for an overall win. The answer, of course, is self-optimizing applications. Essentially, when a programmer asks for a specific instance type within the code, and this could be a Terraform template or a manifest file for a container, it's up to the coder to determine what exactly they need in terms of resources, CPU and memory and I/O, etc. And self-optimizing application takes that away from that person, that decision. Essentially, what if they could subscribe to a service that instead of saying, I have to code this in here, I'll subscribe to Densify and it will tell me exactly what is the ideal instance type. And there are many benefits of having an application essentially self-aware of its application requirements. One, applications have the resources that they need to perform, so it's no longer incumbent on this person to have to figure it out. They can focus on delivering value to the business, which is, as an example, in our engineering group, we've got releases every couple of weeks and they need to focus on that. They don't care about the cost, they just want to get it right. And again, this takes a very important decision out of their hands and just makes it automatic for them. Costs are kept in check, and an RI strategy can now be developed that considers the entire catalog of AWS possibilities. And again, that will keep finance and the executives very happy and minimize that gross margin. And finally, Tech Ops no longer has to be the man in the middle. They don't have to negotiate with DevOps. They don't have to negotiate with the business owners to determine what's the optimal instance size and try to take away resources which they will never give back. They can adopt machine learning systems that the developers can leverage so that the applications will optimize themselves. Our strategy here at Densify is to develop analytics that self-optimize the application, thereby making sure every one of these constituents, DevOps, Finance, and Tech Ops, is a winner. Guys, thanks for watching this video series. If you'd like to see more from Densify in the future, or you missed any of the previous ones, simply subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching.